We are. We're different. We start
We're
every
different.
episode with a
With a
song.
song. And what song is that?
Mancha.
Wow, listen to that falsetto. I definitely set you up. I was like, I
You
want you
did.
to
I was
sing.
like, oh,
I'm not
God.
going to.
I know. And then I was like, damn, it's too early for me to be singing right now, honey.
Got him.
Also, got him. I also I'm like, I guess that song's okay.
What?
It's not my fave. I'm surprised that that's the one that went number one for her. I really am.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
like, where Justice for Espresso? This was supposed to be her espresso.
What did Espresso come out as? Like, what was
I think it was 2.
number 2?
And
Wow.
listen, honey, I always have to go number 2 after an espresso too. So like, makes sense.
Oh my God, me too, honey. Twice, actually. 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. That's the deal you can get at Wendy's, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that deal.
Dad, oh my God. Wait, didn't you order an espresso when we were in Disney? Did I make that up? I feel like we were somewhere and you got a little.
Girl, it's
I feel
so
like
crazy.
I remember you getting one, a little
I
demi-tasse.
probably did.
I'll just have a little espresso.
Listen, it's so bad. Caffeine really doesn't even do anything for me anymore.
Well, I'm fully taking
I'm fully immune.
2 and 3 times a day. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, I need the morning, I need the midday. I'll even have one in the afternoon or evening. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Yesterday after
See
work,
this man walking down the street, wouldn't say a thing.
Wouldn't say a thing. Wouldn't know that man. I literally went to the gym yesterday after work, and after the gym, I was like, damn, just to stay up and eat dinner and watch Love Island, I need a Celsius. And I drank a full Celsius, was passed out on the couch by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like, it does not affect me
it just
at
does
all.
not affect me. That's not good. That's not good.
But also, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable. Oh my God. Speaking of which, Rod and I literally watched Camp Rock this week.
Wow.
That's the first time I think I've ever actually watched it. I knew the music.
Big Demi Lovato guy.
Wow. It was something.
Jonas Brothers. Just Nick Jonas? Just Joe Jonas.
Well, the Jonas Brothers are all in it, but not there. He's the star. They just, the other two, Nick and Kevin, just come in at various intervals of the movie.
Right. And this is his flat ironed hair era.
It's so bad. It's so horrible.
But isn't it 2009 or something?
2008. Yeah, 2008.
Yeesh.
But I will say, you know what is crazy? Demi Lovato really should have been that her talent in that movie.
Oh, I've always said that. Her vocals are there.
Her vocals are there.
It's just the other aspects that are just insufferable.
I feel like I have nothing against her. I saw her, matter of fact, on the 4th of July 2 years ago. She had a free concert in Philly. And I went with our good friends Michelle, Michaela, Dom, and my boyfriend. We had a grand old time.
What did she sing? Put fences up, 'cause I don't want to fall in love.
Yes, she did. I'm pretty sure. I feel like she sang "This Is Me." This is
sure.
This is me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she sang it. I feel like
you know what's not great? Her cover of "Let It Go" that plays in the credits of Frozen.
My God, she's screaming. She's screaming,
Horrible.
Honey.
Horrible.
I mean, so was Adina. She was screaming too, but
Yeah, it's definitely a squeeze those butt cheeks to hit those high notes, honey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was, to quote Miley, it's the climb.
It is the climb. Speaking of Miley, did you listen to her new album?
I didn't. I feel like I should. I've heard mixed reviews. Okay. I've heard that it's fine.
There are aspects of it that I really enjoy, and then other aspects that I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
There's a couple really good songs, but then there's a few that I'm just not into at all.
I want to get your take, having listened to it. I heard an assessment that was it's interesting to release this timed for summer because it feels like it's more of a fall album. I would rather listen to this in September, October, going into cozy season rather than summertime, poolside bops.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything is better in the fall, to be honest, every album. So I could see that. I just I love a Halloween, dancey album, spooky. Yeah. I like to dance during Halloween season. It's when I come alive.
Zombie boy. Yeah.
Zombie boy.
Yeah. There Will Be Blood by Kim Petras. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God, all of Kim Petras, literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could see that assessment kind of being true. But
Make an assessment.
Make an assessment. I'm all Greg. Yeah, I will say I like the song with Naomi Campbell. I'm not sure if you heard that song, but that
Oh,
you should listen to it. There's a lot of talk singing in it, which
sure.
I enjoy in this song because it's
Who
literally
doesn't?
Naomi Campbell singing it, and it's like she
Singing.
speak, yeah, singing, yeah. It's like she's got the perfect friend, or she speaks the perfect French. She's got the perfect. I want to say stench, but it's literally like scent.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, she's
You're
got
like, is
that
this
perfect
AI?
stench.
Who is this?
It sounds like AI. It probably
Maybe it
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat. Neat.
Yeah.
Well, that's really
Real neat.
cool.
And then Lord's new album.
Wow. Yep. I know. So much culture.
It's better than I thought it would be. I listened to it a
Okay.
few times yesterday.
Nice.
Didn't love her singles, but like in the context of the album, I
Okay.
don't know. It's cute.
Yeah, I got some catching up to do. I got some catching up on
You
the
do, girl.
girlies.
Well, you historically just listen to your same old. So
And I'm proud of it. If it ain't broke, honey,
that's true.
what's wrong with that?
Venus. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but who has the last laugh in the end? Sorry to be an arbiter of good taste. And to anyone listening at this point, you're welcome. Like, you are
Period.
welcome.
Period.
I mean, not to be such a tourist, but like,
Go
it's so
stream-
hard being correct all the
Go
time.
stream Venus by Lady Gaga
Venus. Yeah,
on
exactly.
Spotify. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Speaking of correct opinions,
I know where you're going with this, and I'm here for it.
really, do tell, do tell.
I feel like you're about to be like, correct opinion, Disney is better than Universal.
You said it. No, but that was a great segue.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm going with this app, because I'm like, the more I
Truly.
sat on it, the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of distance.
little bit of distance.
After we got ourselves back to God's country and we really thought about it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So for those who've been loyal listeners, you know that we just got back from our trip to Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando Resort, which is the official name. People love to call it Universal Studios Orlando. I'm like, it's not.
That's not it. It's Universal Orlando Resort.
Resort.
Yes.
TM.
Mm-hmm. TM.
But we went to both back to back. And I think we did do it in the correct order. We went to Epic Universe first, and then we closed out at Disney. So if you listened to last week's episode, we did a whole recap on our day at Epic. We had a great time, honestly.
Loved it. I mean, it was great. It was great. Don't get me wrong.
No regrets. Literally no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. We did have a nice time. However, then going immediately to Disney afterwards, we were like, oh, right. Okay. Yes. I'm feeling centered. I feel like my chi is back to where it needs to be or whatever. Like I'm aligned. And so this week's app, we're going to really just focus on like that day because we did something crazy girls. Yeah.
We got so much done in one day. I felt like
incredible.
That was like, it was literally like 3 days packed into one. But honestly, I feel like the way we paced it and the way it flowed, like I was like, this was great. It was easy.
Yeah, I didn't even feel like it was crazy. And like, let that lesson be a lesson to you all. Like, honestly, if you can get your pacing down, you really can accomplish a lot in a day.
In a day. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we are seasoned veterans, so there's that. Like, it was pretty easy.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you need to listen.
But that's true.
Stick around and pay attention, kids.
Pay attention.
Yeah. No, okay, so high level, we did all 4 parks in one day. And we did a lot of like really solid experiences. We did new stuff. We got to hit some like very big like marquee attractions. We did like the highlights that you like want to see and do. We had like good food. We saw shows. We, rode some like big deal rides. We did a lot and still had time for like a not insignificant siesta break in the middle of the day too.
Went in the pool for like an hour in the middle of the day.
Yeah. So like it can be done.
It can be done.
Yeah.
It can be taught.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, let's get into it. So we're coming off the heels of our Epic Day, which ended, if you didn't listen to last week's episode,
it ended on a sour note.
Sure did. That's the nicest way you could put it.
Yeah.
So we like woke up excited to be like in Disney and like really do a Disney day that next morning. So we were hyped because we were meeting up with some dear friends of ours.
Dear friends.
Yeah, it was so fun. So we got to meet up with Lauren and Athena, which was very cool. Some Disney small shop friends of ours in the parks. And we met them like bright and early, these dolls.
Literally,
it's like
8 a.m. sharp.
Yeah. And here come you and I in like a full beat, like ready, dressed, like they were like dressed like
we were,
real people in the
yeah,
parks.
they
They
were
were like,
like,
yeah, we're in
and
like
we were like,
athleisure. And we were like fully turning a look with like a full cake face, like hair
yeah,
done. Yeah.
literally,
They were
hair
like,
done,
wow,
nails
you're
done.
really ready. Yeah.
They're like, who are these people?
Yeah. So we met up
Yeah,
with
that was
them
fun.
at
And then we got right on Flight of Passage. Like no time to even like talk. We were just literally like, okay, let's get in line.
while we're here.
Well, we're here.
Yeah. Well, listen, I always say, like, especially as gay people, it's our God given right to be running late at any given time. And we did catch the tail end of our pre scheduled lightning
We
lane
did.
because we were running behind.
Listen,
But listen, it's Pride Month. So it was very, like,
yeah, give
move
us a
on
pass.
gay.
Give us a pass.
It's actually illegal to, like, disagree with gay people during Pride Month. So,
Period.
like, facts. So, yeah, we were, like, hauling ass to Animal Kingdom first thing in the morning, which is correct. I think that's what you do. You go there first. It's a good park to like start the day on. But like we got in, we're like immediately just like going straight to Pandora, and they were standing outside of Flight of Passage, like waiting for us. Now, this is momentous for me personally because I famously have discussed on this pod many times. I had never done it, and I was horrified, honey. I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot. I'm like stressed. And especially adding to the stress was like, we're running late. We have to get on it right now. I'm like, oh, this is always good. This is really how you want it to be. So we're like walking through the line, and I'm like feeling my anxiety building. And I'm like, oh God, this is really going to be something. And reader, it was.
It was.
Yeah. So we're like getting through there. Like, I didn't know what to expect. Like, you have to fill me in because you'd done it before, but I'm like, I don't know how much of that pre-show was off. Like something felt off in the pre-show, but I didn't know how much of it was like the story and how much of it was real.
They definitely had like a delay in the pre-show, and it was like giving, we'll be right back. Just hang on 1 second. Like, and like,
yeah,
there was
definitely
waiting
for like
loading
great value
and
Sigourney
unloading
Weaver to like give her spiel. And I was
Diet
like,
Sigourney Weaver, yes.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely like loading and unloading issues going on behind the scenes, but so we were like in the pre-show for quite a long time.
Also,
so the
intensity just building.
Yeah, I was gonna say the intensity was definitely building the anxiety for you. For me, I was just like, girl, you have nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm literally getting nauseous talking about it. Even just reliving this, I'm like, I might hurl. My like lizard brain is going back to like how it felt in that moment, and I'm like literally feeling anxious and shaky. Now, granted, I did just drink a large iced coffee and 2 beta blockers.
Great.
Yeah, but like it was a lot. Yeah, we like finally got to get on the ride after what felt like an eternity, and they again, the last thing that really like sold me on like, oh, this is going to be intense was like they make such a point to tell you before you get on.
This is
they're
intense.
Like, yeah, they're like, if anybody experiences motion sickness during the 4.5-minute flight, you will not be able to get off the ride. And I was like, okay, it's fine. And like Lauren's there with me being like fellow anxiety survivor. And she's like, yeah, oh no, it's going to be okay. It'll be fine.
No, she was nervous too. You were both freaking out.
Yeah, and you and Athena were both like, yeah, this is going to be so fun. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, okay. It's nothing. It's easy.
She was like, you've done Soarin'. I'm like, this is not Soarin'.
And it's not. Spoiler alert.
It's not at all.
No.
So we like get on whatever. And I mean, truly, like, how do I even spell this out? From like the second it starts with the like strobe lights and then you take off to the second we landed, I was like, I'm truly seconds away from throwing up. I was so anxious, shaking like a leaf, and unbelievably nauseous the whole time.
And honestly, like, I totally understand where you were coming from because something was off. Like, I don't know if it was the location of where we were on the screen. My 3D glasses were giving me double vision. So I was like, I'm feeling a little like, so I could only imagine how Erik is feeling. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of rough. And I love that ride, but something was definitely off. I feel bad that that was your first experience with it, but like,
when I never have to do it again. It's fine.
Oh, I'm so sad. Like, I really thought you were going to love it.
You thought wrong.
You thought wrong.
Listen, I'm not knocking the ride itself. This is a very like personal thing. I'm not trying to say like that ride's trash and whatever. If you like it, you're dumb. No, it's not that. I'm like, I get conceptually how it's cool. I get how I'm not a big Avatar girly, but if you're like super into Avatar or whatever, like totally, it is immersive. It's fun. Like if you're into thrills like that, if motion simulators don't bother you, like all of those things, I appreciate how others think it's cool. It's just like extremely not for me. I was like, Lauren was like, yeah, I looked over at you at one point, your eyes were just like squeezed shut and you were like looking down. I was like, yeah, I was like focusing on
And
my
you were
breathing,
a little green.
trying not to faint.
Yeah.
I was truly like looking down, trying to like be like, okay, how long do you think it's been? 30 seconds? Okay, 4 minutes left. So bad.
Okay. You look a little gray.
He had a lot of that gray kind of chicken,
gray
that weird lamb. Nope, I feel fine.
Yeah.
I feel fine. Actually, I'm hungry and I wish that I had a snack. Yeah.
What did she give her? A freaking
Jordan
like,
almonds.
Jordan. She's like,
yeah, the way she eats it, she's like, you can hear it like crunching,
sweat just pouring down her face,
very front of her mouth. Every time the camera cuts back to her, her makeup's like running even more. Her hair is like dripping on her chest. You could see like beads of sweat like pouring down. She was like a sweat stain in her cleavage.
That is the best scene.
That's literally how I felt getting off that ride. And you know, again, because Lauren was like, do you want a ginger chew? I have some in my bag. I was like, gimme.
Honestly, those ginger chews were fabulous, by the way.
Yeah, it was good. It like ripped my non-existent fillings out, but it did help. I was like, I started to feel a little bit like more myself. And then what did we do? Immediately went and had some food.
Did we? Oh yeah, we went to the lounge. Nomad
Which was amazing. That was
incredible.
If you can believe, a first for me. I can't believe I'd never been there.
I believe it was a second or third for me. But
it was awesome.
It's great.
Beautiful. Incredible vibes. Incredible vibes.
Great.
Like so nice. Great. And for someone who really appreciates like a bougie Disney experience, like I was like, oh, I will be returning. Like I can't believe it took me this long to ever go there. I didn't know the whole lore either. Like people were lining up to like rope drop that thing, like because it doesn't open until 10 or 10:30
something or 10, yeah, I don't know.
So people were like waiting out in line out front and everything, so we're hanging out and vibing and stuff. We got in, we had our server was from South Philly, I think, which was cool. So we were like, hey, like fam. The food was excellent. We had a really nice like sampling of things on the menu, and as you do in Disney, had a cocktail like 10 in the morning. It's like a gin cocktail at 10 a.m. I was like, why not?
Had some lights glowing in it.
They had the little like light up lotus. Yeah, and they were like, you can take that home. And we were like, oh, we should take it. And I was like, I don't want to carry this sticky thing around in my bag all day. What is this?
Yeah, no.
Get off of me. How long has that been there? Yeah. No, but it was nice. I mean, we were just vibing really in the AC. We had a really nice view. We were like in a corner in a little soft seating, which I also appreciate. Like true lounge vibe, which I think is cool. Like I like when you go to a restaurant and they call it a lounge and it's like actually loungy, where it's like we were on a couch.
No,
like,
we were on
in
like
armchairs. Like it was nice.
Armchairs, a nice like coffee table as your table. Yeah, it's a good vibe.
I love it. It was so cool because Lauren was like actively just seeing people coming and going wearing her merch.
Yeah, it was
so cool. Like, especially us, we were fangirling over Lauren. We're like, you're a celeb. Like, look at all these people. People came over to our table and they were like, oh my God, you make these shirts? That's so cool.
It was so cool.
So it was awesome to just see like Main Street tourists out in the wild. It was very cool. Yeah, it was awesome.
Loved it.
And so we were hanging out there for a while. And then after that, I think you and I kind of like wrapped it up. We got a little content quick before we left. We
definitely went on Expedition Everest.
Oh my God, how did I forget? Did we do Everest immediately after that or before that?
I think we might have.
Maybe before that. I think we did Everest right after Flight of Passage.
Yeah, and then we went back to Nomad, maybe.
Yeah, because I'm putting the timeline together, and I'm like, we were on Flight of Passage at like 7:30, 8 in the morning, and we didn't get into Nomad till like 10, so we fully
so we definitely did another ride in between.
Yeah. Fun.
I walked around
we went on Everest.
Great.
Always a good time. Truly
always a blast.
Great coaster. Like platonic ideal. Just intense enough. Still hits every time. Really fun visuals.
That's amazing.
And did we do single rider? I can't remember. No, because we ended up sitting together. It was just a short wait, I guess.
The line is never that crazy for Everest.
At least. Great. And I love that queue too. I love like walking through all of it's really immersive.
It's very immersive.
Yeah, so it was fun. We did that, and then we went to Nomad. Right. And then after Nomad, we went to the Tree of Life. We got some content and pics. We checked out the Pride mural over, which is very cute in Animal Kingdom. Did some shopping because hot take, like some of the best shopping on Disney property is on Discovery Island. The
My
Discovery
first Spirit
Outpost.
jersey, fun fact, my first Spirit jersey, not this one, but like the Disney World version of this one, was purchased at Animal Kingdom.
Period. Yeah.
That was like when they first came out, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And now they're literally everywhere. But
yep. Island Mercantile, that spot, like those two stores that are like on either side of, you know, the Tree of Life, like in the front. Really solid shopping there. Great clothing selection, really solid stuff that honestly you can't find anywhere else. And I'm talking even like World of Disney and Disney Springs. Like they have just like solid, good stuff. Good really pin selection.
They had all that Fantasia merch. So good.
Yeah, the Fantasia collection that's out right now is really solid.
Really good. Oh, did you see my mug?
Cute. What is that? Hearts?
I think, yeah.
Fun.
It says love Mickey.
Love Mickey. Love Simon.
Love Simon.
Yep. Very cute. Yeah, so we did that. And then after that, we took a bus over to Hollywood Studios because we had very important business to attend to at Hollywood Studios because there were two brand new shows that we were trying to catch before it got to be the heat of the day.
We caught them both.
We did. And I'm so glad that we did. And I also think that we did it in the proper order. So we started with the Little Mermaid show, the voyage of the Little Mermaid Ariel's Undersea Adventure.
Part 2.
The ride.
Yeah.
Whatever the show is
Take
called.
2, the voyage.
The Little Mermaid's Sea Show Adventure. Ariel and Triton's beginning.
Seahorse,
I don't know
what it is. Seahorse, sea hell.
Stilts. Yeah. Mr. Walk down, man, the walkway. Yeah. Interesting situation. Like, I don't really understand how that works. So we were trying to time it because we were like, you know, we knew that the villain show is every half hour on the half hour all day. And then the Little Mermaid show, they don't have stated start times. It's just like from 9 to 4 or whatever, 9 to 7. And I don't know.
We did wait longer than I thought we were going to wait for that. I was like, why are we standing here for so long?
It's clear that they have timed schedules, so I don't know why they don't just say, like, the shows are at 10, 11, 12, 1. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So, strange thing. Disney fixed that. Just tell people when the shows actually are. Especially if you're doing it for one, why not do it for both? It doesn't make sense. But it's also weird because there's, like, a queue. So, you have to, like, queue up, but then you wait in the, like, pre-show area separate from where the outside line is. You and I just got into that one, and then there were people behind us that were, like, waiting outside that didn't even get into our show.
Oh, it was hot.
Strange situation. I was like, okay, whatever. So we waited for quite a while, but we did finally get into the theater to see it.
We're in, like,
what are your thoughts? We were right there.
I think there were aspects that were really good and aspects that I was like, eek.
Yeah. I'll say, let's start with the positive. I thought that our Ariel was
incredible.
Excellent.
Her voice,
spot on.
She was spot on. She was amazing.
Her, like, mannerisms, her, like, little quirks and, like, physicalities, her personality vibe, her voice, like, affect, it was giving, like, Jodie Benson in 1989. Like, she was giving, like, Daddy, I love him, like, teenage girl. That all of that, talent, she was in it.
The talent was there. Like, I was like, if for nothing, like, that's the thing. It's like, honestly, I feel like, you know, the people involved, the actors, the puppeteers, whatever, like, they were incredible. They ate. It was the visual aspects that were not human that I was literally like, what is this? Yeah. And it was all like basically all the technology, like all of like the like projections. I was like, it looked literally like Barbie's Nutcracker, like animation. Like it was like
CGI, but from like 2002. Like it was giving very first CGI that ever CGI. Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yeah.
Yes. Disney Junior.
Yeah. Which maybe that's fine because it is probably for little kids and not 35-year-old adult men. But
yeah,
you know,
isn't it? Isn't the Little Mermaid for that?
I mean,
yeah. Arguably. Yeah. No, I agree. And it's interesting because it's just a little, I guess I see what they were trying to do because they were trying to find a way to bridge the gap between like the puppets that are obviously cartoony looking and then the real actors, of which there are only 2. It's just Ariel and Erik, and Erik barely even speaks. He doesn't sing. All the other characters are either puppets or CGI. So Triton is like fully CGI. Ursula's a puppet. Like Sebastian's both. Yeah. So it's like, I guess they were trying to find a way to make a visual language that sort of like split the fence between the real things and the like whatever. I don't know that it was successful. And when I say I
I
don't know, I mean
think
I don't think it was successful. But
when I say I don't know, it wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they could have like brought it up like a couple levels.
Yeah.
It was like very like jarring at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I also felt similar to how I feel about Phantasmic. It was like really loud and like really
Very
scary at
loud.
a couple points where I was like, if I was a child, like we're talking about this catering to children, right? Like, hence the visuals, I would have been like, this is like, cover your
A
ears.
little
It's
scary.
scary.
Yeah.
Like, it was like very, very noisy. I was like, wow, okay. Especially all the stuff with Ursula on the end. It was like, whoo. Show is insanely short. It's like 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. I
And
think they
so to
both are. Yeah.
condense the entire plot down to that time is really tough. There's a lot of, I mean, they're just keeping it moving.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they do that with all of them. The Beauty and the Beast show is like that too. Like
Yeah,
they
it's
really just
interesting.
like,
I'm surprised that like Disney World never did like a Hyperion theater in DCA level
yeah, like a full
show
production,
production. Yeah. Because those are like an hour. Like I think they are like an
a
hour.
real show,
It's like a real show. Maybe it's a little shorter than that,
like
but
40 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
like 40 minutes, but still,
yeah,
it's like right below Broadway level.
yeah. Yeah, I wish that there was something that they could have done to just like, I don't know, give it a little more juice. And I will say my takeaway after having seen it was like, it was cute because the Ariel was so good. But I remember being like, if the Ariel was off, if she was not giving, I would have been like, that was really bad. I'm like, so if there was one thing that was like important for them to nail, it was like the Ariel has to be like locked in. And she was. So I'm like, okay, the one thing they had to do, they did do. So I'm not mad about it. We had a nice
I
time. And
agree.
again, it's 15 minutes of your life. Like it's whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was not like I was totally happy we saw it still. I was like very happy.
Yeah.
Like you said, the actor was really great. Like she was eating. Just to hear her sing, I was like, that was worth it. It was worth it. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And then we left there and whipped around to, back behind Rock and Roller Coaster to go see the new villain show. And again, correct order, because I do think it was better to end on the villain show, because in general, I think that the villain show was stronger. And it
Yeah,
was
I
just cool
agree.
because it was an
I
original
loved it.
concept.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Loved it. Loved it. Thought it was so fun. So let's get
So
into that.
fun.
Tell
Yeah.
me your thoughts. Go.
I just thought it brought like a level of fun that you know, I think is like needed. Especially like for a villain show, it could go like either way, but I think they like made it super like joyful, playful, like jokey. Like it was really fun. It was fun to watch. I thought like the effects were really good. Like they had all the mirrors on the stage and like around the stage, and like I thought the
Yeah.
projection worked better in this type of show than like the Little Mermaid, in my opinion. Like it looked cleaner. I thought the actors were also great in this show. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Cruella was giving. Loved her.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought it was really fun, really great.
Yeah, I agree. The visuals were so strong. Absolutely loved the overall like design of the proscenium of the stage and then how they brought it out into the audience. I thought the projections were seamless. They did a really good job of like changing the set around with the projections. I'm like, see, this is how it should be. Like, this is what projections get overused now, I think, and it's like an excuse for things. But I'm like, you can do it well if you're creative about it. And they did a really good job. Like every time a new villain came out, they really did change the scope of the entire stage with the same physical set pieces.
Yes.
My one complaint is I didn't love the like big like what's behind door number 3 box that they would roll out constantly and move back and forth.
Then they would just like walk out of these doors like that were,
I feel like that could have
that was
been
the only thing.
more clever. It was a little like clunky, I think. It just felt
Yeah.
like not as like slick and like elegant as the rest of the show, because I thought the rest of it was like very cool. The technology worked really seamlessly, and then this was very hokey, like community theater. It's like, and then we're gonna roll out a flat and they're gonna stand behind it and then come out. I'm like, that was a little like, all right. But the visuals of the show itself were really fun. I thought the costuming was great. It's like very cool. It's like the characters, but like with a twist. It's a little like they, oomphed up their, it's like more than what you would see at like a parade or a meet and greet. The costumes were a little bit more like,
It's like a
detailed.
playoff. You remember when they did those books, like the
Hmm.
villains books that were like
Hmm.
their origin stories? It was like giving
Yeah.
that vibe, like that artwork as well. Like,
Yeah. Hmm.
mhm,
Yeah, it was like definitely a little bit more, I don't know if sophisticated is the right word, but there was more detail to them. They had like,
yeah,
it wasn't flat and cartoony. Like, when you see Cruella in like a parade or a meet and greet, she's wearing like a plain black dress with like a white coat with like a red lining, and like that's it. And this one there was like texture to her
there was like
dress. There was
lots of
like
different
stones on
textures
it. It was
and
like
patterns
sparkly
and like, yeah,
detail. The makeup was really giving. The hair was giving. Her personality, like she was selling it, honey. She was
yeah,
giving. And it was fun that they made her song specifically a quick change number. I was like, yes, makes perfect sense.
great.
Like she's a fashionista. Like this is the time. So that was super fun and impressive. And then Hook comes out. I loved the hook. He really played up the like queer coding. It was super gay, which I also thought was really fun. It was like very funny. I love that they went all in, like prosthetic nose, like they really did it. I was like, yes, this is great. The whole bit with like TikTok, coming constantly, and like they did really fun stuff to like bring in the audience in the theater too, with the like they did the cannons that shot the smoke rings out.
Oh, yeah,
They
that
had
was
the like
cool.
smoke bubbles,
Yep.
which were very cool. Like all of that was fun. And then yeah, like Maleficent in the end, she doesn't sing, but like she was giving like the characterization down, like the
Yeah.
voice, the acting.
Her
Like I was like,
costume was
oh, she's
also
spooky.
incredible, and, like, the way
Yeah.
they did the stage lighting for that section in particular, I was like,
Oh, it was
"That
good.
was really good."
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was good.
It was fun. I mean, truly, like, and I get why they did it, whatever, but like, there's only 3 actors in the whole show. There are other villains in it, sort of, but I'm like, I just want there to be more. Like, they have Hades
I
coming
wanted
at the end,
more.
they have
Yeah, I wanted
Jafar
more.
come in at the end. I'm like, give all of them. I want to see all of them out here, but,
I think
you know,
it's a cool concept that, like, I feel like they have the opportunity to change out the villains, like,
hmm
every so often. Like, they could bring in another 3. Like, I think that, like, they made the show in a way that's, like, easily interchangeable with, like, different villains and stuff, which I think is a smart idea. I liked it.
yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed the show. I would give it like a solid 8.5,
Me too.
9.
I would give it an
Yeah, I
8.
thought it was really good.
Yeah,
The Little Mermaid show, I'd give like a 6.5.
that's
I'm being
generous.
generous.
Actually, now that I'm, like, thinking about it, I'm like, a 5, 6, 5. I don't know.
Hater, certified hater. No, they were fun though, but we did do it in the right order because I think I'll just say this, similar to how we did Universal first and then closed at Disney. I think we did the right order by doing like Little Mermaid first and then ending with villains. I
Mhm,
just think it got stronger as it went on.
mhm.
Um,
Agreed.
and then by this point, it was like peak midday. It was like 1, 2 o'clock, which, as
We're
we've
like,
said
"It's hot."
repeatedly, Hollywood studios in the daytime, especially in the summer, is not that girl. You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta
You
go.
gotta go. Gotta go. So we took the Skyliner right back to our
Hopped off a
resort. We were
plane
staying
at
at
LAX.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly. So we were staying at Caribbean Beach, which one great advantage of that is being able to be back in your room in like literally door to door, like 10 minutes
Like,
from
I will
Hollywood
say,
Studios.
this was probably the most efficient, like, transportation experience at Disney I've ever had. I
Awesome.
feel like everything was just, like, working and hitting, and I was like, "We're getting here, we're getting there in, like, 5 minutes." I was
We
just
did
like,
it.
"Wow, this is so nice." Loved it.
Period. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was great.
awesome. Yep. So we took the time to get a little siesta in. So we went to the pool. The pool at the Caribbean Beach Resort is super fun. It's very like pirate, there's
Pirates of the
like,
Caribbean.
yeah,
Mhm. It was
it's
very
cool.
that.
We did the water slide a couple times, just once. I can't remember. But
Just
we did the
once.
water
We
slide.
started out on the water slide,
Right.
and then
Yep.
we
So we did
just
that for a while, hung out. It was so nice to be able to just take like a breather and
yeah.
truly like felt rejuvenated afterwards. I
Oh,
was like, I
yeah,
feel alive. Like,
it was really the smartest move we could have made.
yeah, it was the way to go.
Yeah.
So we got that in the middle of the day, change clothes yet again. Because on top of all this, we have to add, we were changing for every park. Because, honey, what do you think? We're not going to have a fit for every park? Of course we are. So we were like, whatever. We got back in the pool. We like changed our clothes for the second half of our day, which were Epcot and MK. So then from there, back on the Skyliner again, an amazing thing. Loved being able to
An
just like beep boop
amazing
beep
thing.
beep beep.
It's the best thing ever. I literally hope that they just keep expanding it, like, all
It's
over.
awesome.
Like, it's
Yep.
the best thing.
Loved it. Where we were running late yet again, to meet up with the girls. We're like, we like got in and they're like, okay, we're ready. We're waiting for you at Guardians. We're like, awesome. We're almost there. Meanwhile, we're like at the station at the Skyliner. We
And we're
still have
like,
to get all the way to the International Gateway and then run all the way through the World Showcase and then still get to Guardians. We're like,
we made
be
good
right there.
time. We
Oh
made
yeah,
good
we did it in
time.
like 10 minutes. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was crazy.
So we're like running from, not running, can't run in Disney, and I'm not ever trying to run ever.
Yeah.
Especially at Disney. It's just like, for what? So yeah, we got there, we made it through, and we like kind of worked our way through the World Showcase. We linked up with them outside of Guardians. We're having similar feelings that we did to Flight of Passage, where we were like, I'm starting to get really nervous. What if this is too intense? But unlike Flight of Passage, I've done
Girl, you've
Guardians
been
many
on
times.
it. Yeah.
So I was like, it's fine, you can do it. It's just my fear with Guardians is that it's like, yes, I've done it many times, but it's also one of those things where it's like, yeah, but it's always way more intense than I remember. Like every time I do it, I'm like, oh, right, I forgot that it's like really intense.
I think it's like the perfect amount of intensity. I don't think it's like over the top intense. I love it. I just think it's the perfect ride, period. It's so fun.
So we got through, we were in line, we got through all the things. We go to get on the ride, and yeah, I mean, it was like pretty smooth. Like the last time I tried to ride it when I was there a couple months ago, it broke down right before we got on and I never got to do it. So I was like nervous that was going to happen again. Didn't happen. We got right on it. And then of course we were like, what's our song going to be? What do you think it's going to be? What are we going to get? And I felt like so lucky because I got a new one that I had never gotten, and arguably like the most coveted one. We got September, which everyone like
period.
S's their P
over. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Sure. But I loved it. It was great.
I mean, it's a good launch though, because think about it. It's like, what's happening? I think we're going back.
Do you remember?
Yeah. And you're like flying backwards.
God, it is really good. That ride is the best.
Yeah. I was feeling so nervous. And then as soon as it actually like did the launch and I heard that it was September, I was like, oh my God. And like all my nerves went away, because then I was like, we got such a good one. You guys are good luck charms. This is so good. Screaming the whole time. Just like, but it is good. It was really fun.
It's so good.
I mean, it is super intense. Like after it stopped and we got back, I was still like, but it is good. We had a really good time.
Very good time.
After that, what happened? We like took pictures for a second. Oh, we went over to the best country in the World Showcase. We went over to Mexico, which is also the only correct place to start your World Showcase journey. In the correct rankings of pavilions at Epcot, France is also the second best one. So it's good. You know, Mexico first, France
your
second.
First. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, we went to Mexico. We like went over to Cava. We had ourselves little avocado margs.
Avocado marg, love.
Your first one.
That was my first one. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you a convert now?
I am.
I am. She's that girl.
She's that girl.
They're so good. Yes, we had those. We hung out and vibed with the girlies for a bit and hung out for a little. And then it was time for us to like keep moving because we had more content to get. So we bounced. We headed our way to the front of the park, quick changed again to be ready for MK, and then saw that Spaceship Earth was a short wait. So we got on it. And girl, I'm glad we did, because they literally at the time of this recording just announced that they're refurbing it this summer. So it's like closing for a while. I missed
that. Shut the hell up. Are they adding anything, or are they just refurbing?
They're probably just like freshening it up a little bit. I don't think there's like a new reskin or anything. I think it just needs, I mean, you saw when we were on it. There's a couple crunchy parts that need some help.
But I like it. It's charming. I like the crunchy parts.
It hits every time.
I'm like, wow, this is like the most 80s thing you could probably do in the world right now.
It's the best. I love it. I really do love that attraction every time. It creeps me out though. I remember saying it to you when we were riding it. When you're going through, there's a spot specifically. It's like the part where you're going through like ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and then it gets to like, you know, the burning of the library at Alexandria, and it's like very dark and dim up there.
Very spooky.
I'm like, if this ride shut down and we were just sitting here, I'd be like, oh, this is not good. And they're like all like old men too. It's
like, they're so creepy.
But you're so old.
But you're so old. Yeah.
I was like, this is
definitely creepy.
Please don't stop. And it did break, but not there. It was like we were about to get off.
Right when we were about to get off, and I literally was like, man, I definitely am like a witch or something, because I literally was like, right before it happened, I was like, what did I say? I was like, we're expecting delays now. I was like just joking, like as if,
and it was literally like 2 seconds before it actually happened.
2 seconds later, the announcement came out that was like
said exactly that
delay.
And I
I
was
was
like,
like,
cool.
creepy. Okay.
Yeah. Creepy.
Crip. But
Yeah. And it
also,
was crazy because we were like right at the exit. Like I
and we were
turned
like,
around
yeah,
and you
we
could
were like
see the
literally
like,
laying down.
yeah, literally like on our back. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do an impression of a hot dog. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. But it wasn't long. It was like 30 seconds. It wasn't even like that long of a delay. It was
Yeah, it
fine.
was like a couple minutes.
No, it wasn't. It was like so
Yeah, it
short.
was short. I feel like there's
Yeah.
always delays on that ride, but
Yeah. Old.
it is really crazy to me. Oh, somebody just walked in. Oh, it's Kevin. It's my cat.
Hi,
It is
Kevin.
really crazy to me though. Like we talked about this, that you're literally like inside the like spaceship or like the ball.
You're
I'm
in
like,
it.
how did they like make this? It's really
Yeah.
crazy.
It's the slowest roller coaster at Disney World. I mean, it's
Hello,
literally just a tiny little track. And you're going up
Crazy.
a big lift and then you go down really, really slowly the whole way. It's very cool. Hi, Kevin. He's like, I need to be on the pod, the guest star of the
Say
week.
hello, Kebbies. Say hello, Kebbies.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Yeah, so we left there. We went over, took the monorail. We were planes, trains, and automobiles girly. So we got on the monorail over to the Magic Kingdom from Epcot over to the
Perfect
transportation
timing too. It
ticket
was like
center.
becoming nighttime. It was dusk.
Dusky.
The lights were turning on. It was just very magical vibes. Very magical. It was
all, as we've said repeatedly, all theme parks are better at nighttime at sundown and everything, but really some of them really, and I feel
and
like
Magic Kingdom is that girl. Yeah.
especially Main Street, like pulling up to Main Street with all the little like what are they called? The little like individual light bulbs that line
the
everything.
Twinkle light. Well, then no, they're like
gorgeous.
bulbs.
Yeah, really cool. It's just like this warm glow all over everything. We were like, oh, it feels like home, honey.
It really was so nice. That was it was tea. I know I said it like, you know, a while back that like MK was at the bottom of my list anymore, but then this trip kind of revitalized my love for it, honestly.
Yeah, it comes back to like the experience you have, I think.
Yeah,
what we in the very first episode of this pod ever, you were talking about how you were coming off the heels of like a pretty hellacious experience there. Yeah. So we were like, yeah, I hate it. But then we had such a great one this time, and it was like, oh, it really is the best.
It really,
yeah. And I feel like more than any other girl, MK is the one that happens with. Like, I feel like you can have good and bad experiences at any of the four parks, but it's just like, it feels more consistent. I feel like the highs and lows at Magic Kingdom are so extreme that it's like,
so extreme.
When it's good, it's like, oh my God, that was magic.
The best
it was incredible.
thing ever.
And when it's not good, you're like, oh my God,
like,
this
I
is
literally
hell
want
on earth.
die.
Yeah. But we got there at the perfect time because it was not crowded. It was like the heat of the day was over. We were like, it was the last night of our trip. So we were in this like very sort of like romanticized, like kind of closing out. They're like, oh, this is so special, like whatever. And we like walked right up to Main Street, and it was like, honestly like 15, 20 minutes before the fireworks started. So we were like, we should get a good spot. And what was so great about where we were all the way back,
we had some
like,
time to wander around Main Street too, which honestly, like, we did some shopping. We walked through the stores. Like, we got some like snacks at the confectionery place.
Yes, we
like,
did.
It was just like, that to me is like what Magic Kingdom is for. Honestly, like, I don't necessarily need to be riding rides. Like, I just love wandering around the entrance and like shopping and vibing. It was just like so good.
Love it.
So good.
Mom, I'm a mom. Mommy.
I'm a mom. Have you been watching? Have you been watching it? Oh my God.
No, Lauren was like, do you watch Love Island? I was like, no. She was like, okay, you just have 20 episodes to catch up on. I was like, great, I'll get right on that.
That's why like you need to like, maybe you start in the middle and like watch a catch up, like watch like a, you know, a recap or something, but it is really good. It is so good.
We'll see.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mamacita.
No, I just know it from like being on social. It's like that sound
it's literally all over social.
Everywhere. Yeah. So we got our little treats. It was fun. We went to confectionery and we got our little Pride treats, which were fun. We got little Mickey Rice Krispie treats with the little rainbow sprinkies on them. They were very sweet, but it was cute. It was good for the gram too. We got a cute pic with them. And we ended up so lucky with like an incredible vantage point with literally zero effort. We like walked out of confectionery. There was like honestly nobody around us, and it's not like we were being jerks. Like we didn't cut off anyone's view. We didn't like have to step on any toes or throw elbows. We had like plenty of space around us. Still had like a arguably I would say like the best view, because when you're back on Main Street you get the full effect of the projection mapping plus the full castle and fireworks. Like it was really nice, and we didn't have to
And
like
you could breathe.
camp
You're not like
out. We didn't
bumping
have to like,
elbows with people. Yeah. It's, yeah.
and when it was over, we had a very clear path to like move. It was just like very solid. So pro tip, like honestly, don't fight for the hub lawn unless you
Don't
like
fight for
really,
the hub.
really have never done it and like have to have that
Yeah.
experience. But like if you've seen Happily Ever After, girl, the real tea is
Go in
to
the
watch
back.
it from
Go
the
in the
back
back of Main Street.
Way
Get back
easier,
there.
way more comfortable. Like it was great. So we watched Happily Ever After, which truly an 11 out of 10 show, hits every single time, just like beautifully constructed. I literally can't sing the praises of it enough. I'm like, the original song's amazing. I love the pacing of it. I love the story segments that they break it up into, like each section.
Yep.
I think that the like it starts so strong with like Little Mermaid into Princess and the Frog into Hunchback. I'm like boom, boom, boom. So solid. Such a really great like start. And then the closing is also so good, closing with Hercules. It's like, oh my God. Like it's really is that girl.
It's an amazing,
it's that girl
show. Every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, it really is the best.
It's incredible. Yeah, so we watched the show. Both of us were like, oh my God, like at the end. And then, yeah, and I mean, it honestly wasn't even that crazy when the show let out because it wasn't super crowded. We like, you know, dipped into the Emporium and walked through the Emporium, you know, swimming upstream.
Might I add, that was like, we had a great interaction with a cast member before Happily Ever After. That kind of, we were like, well, what do you think is like the best thing to do after the show? Like whatever. She gave us like the tip to like literally go against the crowd and just like see what you can do. Like all the rides are still open. Catch one last ride. We were like, okay, yeah, sure. You know, let's do it. So we literally walked right up inside the Emporium all the way like the opposite way of everybody else. And there was like a very clear path. Like you don't even realize it, but they do like carve out a path for like both ways of traffic. So, and there, of course there's like nobody in like the path that's going
back. Yeah.
So, I mean, we made our way so fast up and into
Yep.
Adventureland. And then like, we were like, well, what do we want to do?
Yep. So we cut through back over into like Frontierland because we were like, oh, we should go look at the Liberty Bell before it closes and before Rivers America. And honestly, what a magical moment because it was nobody around.
There was not
nobody
a soul.
there. Is literally Frontierland was like for Nick and Erik
Dead.
that night. Like there was no one there. They were just, you could just
so
hear the like soft like banjo music stringing in the background. This like warm glow of the lights. You could see the Rivers of America and everything. Liberty Bell all lit up. We were like, wow,
literally,
this is so
it's
cool.
so sad because that really might be like, I mean, I'm going in November, but I'm sure that it'll be like fully construction walls at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was really nice. And we're walking and then you can see Princess Tati's Bayou Dip in the distance and it's all lit up and it's like beautiful. And literally just from like looking at it, we were like, wow, that's so cool. Oh my God, what are we going to do?
Yeah, because we noticed that it was running. We noticed, we saw some logs going down. So we were like, what do we...
So we walked back in there and there were some CMs standing there and we were like, are you guys like still taking people, whatever? And they were like, yeah, I mean, it's just you and the logs at this point. Go on. And we literally walked right on through the queue all the way up through and everything. Your first time. I was like, wow, you're so lucky. And I was like, the way to ride this is at night too, because at nighttime it's so gorgeous. Like the lighting they put on all the water and everything is so beautiful. And yeah, we walked right on that ride, baby.
It couldn't have gone any better.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, this never happens.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yep. So we got right on the ride. Didn't even break. I was like, oh my God, something's going to break. Like, this is too good to be true.
It was break. Working.
Everything worked. Yeah. I was like, wow.
It was really good.
So I got to really do it
so much. I loved it so much. I mean, I'm sure if I would have had to wait like 2 hours for it, I would have had a different experience. But like, I thought it was a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, really special. Yeah, super fun to do at nighttime. Very cool experience. Like, had a great time. It was so cool to be able to, when you're like going around in the log, like you can see the whole park from up there and everything in the dark, like glowing and everything. Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing.
So we did that. We got off. We didn't even really get that soaked, which was nice because it was like the end of the night. So I was like, all right, I don't really want to be wet right now. So we got to do that. And it was like a beautiful close to the night. It was like a really special
then we
experience.
like walked around the hub for a little bit, got more pics around the castle. Like we were just like, it was vibes.
Living. Yeah. It was so good with the land.
So good.
Yep. It was awesome. And then we just kind of like did the classic like wistful look back at the castle as you have to do every time you leave. And we got out of there, and it was like a really, really solid experience, like really great way to close out the trip. Honestly, don't think we could have done it better. From like starting at Animal Kingdom in the morning, strong with like Conquering a Fear of Mine, riding Flight of Passage, to seeing new shows at Hollywood Studios, to doing like a fan favorite like Guardians, and like popping into the best pavilion in the World Showcase, to then closing out the night with Happily Ever After and your first ride on Princess Tati's like Bayou Dip. It was really like a 10 out of 10 day.
Literally a 10 out of 10 day.
Yeah. We set the bar really high. It's going to be hard to top that on our next trip.
It's like, damn, that was really like the perfect day.
Yeah, we really did it. So I guess we have to do it in Disneyland now. We have to go over there for the 70th.
And we will.
Like really do
and
it.
We will.
Stay tuned, kiddies. And we will. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Love it.
That got me like a little... Just talking about it. I was like, wow, so beautiful.
Yep. It was so good. We had such a great experience, and it was so fun to like bring you all along with us. Like, being able to recap it with y'all and hang out. It was great. So I feel like this brings us to a great opportunity to think about the future and discuss what's next. So, my dear friends, as the time of that you're listening to this pod, it's almost July. We're like July Eve. We're coming up on Independence Day. America, you're not getting a birthday this year. I'm sorry. You've been a bad girl. I'm not celebrating your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
America has a problem, as Queen says.
Bad girl.
Yeah, you naughty, naughty monkey.
Very
you wicked, wicked monkey.
Girl, Gaga.
Yeah. Side note, I'm so excited. I'm literally seeing Beyonce.
Oh my God, period. Well, we still need to talk about it because I need to talk to somebody about it.
Yes. After I get back, we need to do a full recap because we need to discuss the magic of Cowboy Carter. But anyway, that's what I'm doing on 4th of July. So that's really the only thing that I'll be celebrating that day. But
honestly, that's the best way to spend 4th of July. It's the only way, really.
Yep.
I'll probably watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I love it. So that's the plan. But we just wanted to say it's summertime, school's out. We're going to take a little summer break, little summer breather. People are traveling here, there, and everywhere. There's stuff going on. Yeah, we just need a little time. We want you to have a little break from listening to us yapping. And Lord knows you need it. Yeah. And we're going to take a little bit of time for ourselves to do some traveling and bebopping around and doing stuff. But if you're not following us on social, now is the perfect time to do that because you'll hear from us there. During the break, we'll be active, we'll be on social, but also our announcement of like our return date, when we're coming back, and the countdown to that will also go live on social first. So just make sure that you're like aware and following along because you'll hear it there first. But honestly, it's been such a delight recapping this trip and sharing it all with you.
It made me so happy.
Yeah, I loved it. And I can't wait for what's next and what's to come on Ears to It.
Me too, honey.
Lots of exciting things in the works. So stay tuned, kiddies.
Stay tuned.
Like, until next time. Yes, that's right. Like and subscribe for more. This was Ears to It. I'm Erik.
And I'm Nick.
And we'll see you real soon.
We'll see you real soon.